Hi, my name is Kate. I'm a Zone 8B gardener. I'm in Chesney, South Carolina, and here is my very half done, very chaotic garden. You can see my greenhouse behind me that has a lot of trash and doesn't have the cover on it. So, if you learn anything from me, it should really be that it doesn't have to be perfect to garden. Your space doesn't have to be perfect, and you can still grow stuff. So, I'm going to be planning a ton of stuff over the next week, and I'm going to bring you along. So today I'm actually going to be working on this green bean trellis. I'm going to be planting a bunch of green beans, but I really wanted to do it in a way that is going to actually have a teepee. So it's going to teepee up and grow up, and I'm kind of hoping that the kids will be able to, have a little space they can play in right there when it starts growing. Um, you don't have to plant green beans in grow bags. You can plant them, right in the ground. But I don't know if you can see, I have a lot of red dirt here, which is not really the greatest dirt for growing. And so I went ahead and did grow bags, and I have compost, I have organic soil. It's really all you need for green beans. They can grow in that. So you don't need anything special for it. Um, so I'm going to start building the green bean trellis up. I'll tie it off. I'll bring you along, and then I will show you how I'm going to actually plant the seeds into it. So as you can see, I have all the stakes up. So you just do one stake per bag, which as you can see, there's chickens in the background if you hear those. But um, so basically what I did that you can see in the video is that for every two, I went ahead and tied them two first. And so you go tie around every two stakes, and then you tie it at the top. I actually just have some twine on there right now, which is not the best option. It's okay for today. And then when they start growing, I'll tie it off a little bit better. And so now I'm actually going to tie some string around the trellis. So as the peas climb, they'll have something else to latch onto, and it kind of trains them to grow up. So I'll show you that when it's done too. Okay, so I would say this is okay. I mean, it's kind of it's doable for right now, but I started with fishing wire, which I didn't really like. I mean, it's there. I'm not going to take it out, but then I started using the twine, and so I think I'm going to need, like, I have two. I'm going to need one more, and then I'll put one on top. I was hoping that this trellis would be a lot higher. It's not really super high, but it is enough that, like, kind of in my head I have a vision of the peas growing up and the kids sitting underneath it and having a cute picture, and maybe one day we'll have that. So, and then I will give you a tour of the garden at some point. It looks pretty crazy right now, but one day it's gonna have all kinds of things growing, and I'll give you a tour of that one day. All right, so here are the seeds that I decided to go with, or the vegetable variety. So this is a different kind of green bean. It's called a pole bean. Um, and I love these because they will trellis up really great. They vine really well. They also it only takes about 60 days to harvest, and they germinate within about 5 days. So that's why I like them, because you don't have to wait a long time for them to be able to harvest them. Whereas like some other green beans produce once, and you're not getting like a continuous harvest. But with these you can harvest multiple times, which is definitely a big win. You can also see that the seeds are pretty large. And with any kind of bean like this, it is really good to soak them overnight, and then you would dry them and then plant. It speeds up the germination just having them soak. I did not do that, and it's going to be okay either way. If these decide to not produce, then I will plant again in a couple of days. If they don't start to germinate, then you just plant again, just plant some more. But I think this is going to be fine. When they're a larger seed like this, you want to plant them a little bit um, further down in the dirt, and I'll show you that when I plant them. If it's a smaller seed, you'll plant them higher up in the dirt, just kind of a rule of thumb. So let's get planting. This is a little difficult to do as I hold the phone and plant to show you guys, but um, basically what you'll do about two per bag and per spot. And so, nothing really rocket science about this, but you just want to dig a good sized hole there and then plant those two, cover it up. And then we're going to water. Now, if it was a smaller seed, you definitely would want to plant that higher in the soil, like I said. But I mean, this is pretty much it. You're going to plant two seeds to each one, and then we're going to water. All right, now we just water. So grow bags specifically, kind of dries out the dirt a little bit more than if you were in a garden that you were growing not in a grow bag. So you do want to water these just a little bit more because of that until it germinates. Once it starts to germinate, you won't have to water as much, but until they do start to germinate, you definitely want to keep the water a little bit more moist. All right, so this is it. Whoops, I have my finger in front of the screen, but this is my little teepee trellis. It's not perfect. It will do for now, and I'll make adjustments as I go. Hopefully the peas are able to climb up, or not the peas, the green beans are able to climb up really well. I do think that it's going to get pretty, jungle vibe a little bit. Like there's going to be a lot of leaves. I'll have to prune it down. But basically, I'll water the seeds every day. I'll keep an eye on it. If they're not growing within a certain amount of days, I'll put another set of seeds in there and, actually soak those overnight. But it's going to be really good. I think the kids will have a cute little spot that they can sit in under here if they want to. I just think that would be really cute. But, follow me for more, inspiration, fails, tips, and let's just grow together.